Alright, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Back here once more at the famed Ferox Enclave, kinda almost failed worldy hop in a way as well, but indeed, here we are. I did say I would actually do the pen, and, well, as you can see, I kind of forgot to do that. Also, one thing I wanted to kind of mention whilst I'm going through this, yeah, pretty much with regards to the last episodes and that, yeah, apologies for the little more severe camera issues than normal, is because, yeah, my camera use right now, the LEDs seem to have buggered up, or so I thought. It just turned out I pressed one button and it's constantly, I was going to have a look up, instead of the bigger screen through the, oh, you know, the fancy cameras have the screen for the flip thing. Instead of that, I had to look up right up to the, where you normally look to take photographs and all that, and the tiny screen for there, it's just fucking shit. So, just in case of, it was a bit more slow and just, I suppose, even less professional than it normally was. But yes, indeed, I've got all this at the moment, but also, yes, indeed, not forgetting the gilded scimitar, or, yep, that which cost me a fucking fortune, but, I can now say, if I had bothered with that, I would certainly get that, but, yeah, the full gilded set, you know, imagine that. I guess there is equivalents of that being Castle Wars, you know, how they've updated it and now include a full helm one as well as fucking boots. I'll bet the boots are best in slot and that, because, you know, you don't really get, like, even better than the fucking not fighting guild, what the fuck am I saying, security stronghold, yeah. So I don't even need them anymore, I can actually just grind Castle Wars for a few hundred, well, let me think, 7 ticks an hour would be about roughly another 55-ish hours. Yeah, that is a grind I don't know if I could do again, but maybe, we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, one thing I want to tip off just before I start going on to the actual thing itself. Yeah, do you remember here and that? Yes, this little spot here. Remember how I used to AFK and just kind of chill out because I knew I was safe? There's a bit of a problem with that. In regards to somebody who's tele-blocked, and I don't know the full in-depth detail about this, but there is a bit of a bug going on about the moment when someone who's tele-blocked can apparently attack others who haven't attacked him. That's a bit scary. And all those times I've been chilling out, like saying, oh no, I'm definitely safe. Nobody can attack me because I've not attacked anybody. Apparently, I'm not sure the exact details, that's 100% accurate, but it certainly fucking seems like it. You know, I don't know if it's just a case you have to attack them while they're teleport, and they don't seem to be kind of, like, because they won't have come out of skull or anything and that, it'll just be pretty much. Also, yeah, this guy here. Huh. Yeah, it's just that kind of thing. It's really suspect, you could say, but oh well. Well, I'm not dealing with this shit. Bye bye. 100k, please. Yeah, they actually do notice. That's the thing. They do fucking notice. It's just, well, it's not the fun kind of thing, I've got to say, but oh well. Cheerio. Yeah, pretty much. So, anyway, I wasn't planning to stay there long anyway. It's just to show as an example. And it's just, fuck me. Well, yeah, see with that. So, anyway, in regards to that, I want to show off just a few things in regards to this huge, and I mean huge update. This is going to, like, it's doing up 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit! 7 lines in one go. I'm not joking when I said this is like, I'm not even sure. I'll show you right here. Look, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, okay, no, I'll tell you if I lie, but that's kind of part 2 of it. And like fucking 7 lines for these two alone. Also, yeah, spoilers in case you're. I'll explain more about Carlisle in a bit. But yeah, new honour, indeed, yes. I might have hinted this before, but indeed, I've got so much to talk about, and fuck me. Dedicating a whole video to just 2 updates, it's just, well, even. But yeah, you'll probably see me here in regards to certain weapons just not being viable, like, you know, like these I only do just because it's sort of an obligation, getting all the dragon weapons and that, you know, Scimitar, Dragon Dagger, Halberd, Two-Handed, Longsword, Battle Axe, Mace, Spear, and Warhammer. Warhammer's been the only real one that gets any real use and that these days. with that being a lesser one for Barbarian Assault, but even then, I don't know with the Toxic. I don't know, the damage that's not great, so I don't know what Jagex was saying about that. That should have been a clear improvement on, not so much like it does better damage, it just does higher damage more consistently. Yeah, they probably should have done something about that. Anywho, yeah, all that aside, what I'm going to do here, don't withdraw all. If I did that, yeah, that would be disastrous indeed. Also, not that one. So, yeah, pretty much. It just telly away, and yeah. And so, I want to also talk about a few things in regards to what Jagex is nerfing, because it is problematic, I'm not going to lie. Very problematic, and it's just, where do you even go from here? And it's just like, what the fuck? Also, oh shit. Yeah, Humdy Hum. Yeah, that one. Oh boy. Fuck me. Well, there goes a bit of a password. Yeah, have fun trying to figure that one. Jesus fucking Christ. And you think, yeah, just fucking cut that out. Well, I'll take my chances. I'll trust that the blur thing does its job. And you better be fucking believing, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Well. That's a great way to start with one of the most controversial updates to Old School Runescape. Fuck. Almost reveal your whole password for a different account. Jesus Christ. Well, not that really matters, because the same password applies to pretty much all the other ones, and now they're out indeed, but oh well. I suppose you have them all now, but anyway, what we'll do here, a cheerio, bots, and well, yeah, there we go, thank you. Anyway, so with regards to that, yeah, as far as actual bonds and that are concerned, or what the fuck am I talking about bonds? No, as far as the actual huge equipment nerf across the board and that, because they finally decided to rebalance equipment. Right, so let's start off with the obvious one. And I can't really show off spears and hastas because they're members and that, but yeah, you'll see here, what the fuck, yeah, Rune Warhammer. Yeah, so these things will actually become competitive to a degree, because what they're proposing for a Rune Warhammer and all the ones below it, and even including Dragon Warhammer, which would be intriguing, is that they will now become a 4-tick weapon instead of a 5-tick, meaning that they will have similar DPS to a Scimitar. What I imagine they'll try to do is they'll try and make it so that it's technically better against certain monsters due to their crush defense being lower than, say, slash. Because before it was just like, oh, this monster's weak against crush but strong against slash, as long as it's not excessive, so doesn't matter. Just tie with Scimitar, it's faster DPS anyway. And it was true, because the other weapons were just outmatched and that. Whereas here they're proposing the Warhammer to be the crush equivalent of Scimitar. I don't know about stab. I feel like longsword should be the stab equivalent, and I'm surprised they've not buffed them. And like, kind of, if they're still, maybe it's not too strong, but it's still a bit of weak side, just fucking, what you should do, still increase it to 4 DPS, and then just make it, say, less accurate, or probably reduce the strength. And there you go. And that's actually another thing. You can balance things by how hard they hit versus how accurate they are. You could just make it so that Scimitar's in the middle, decent strength, decent accuracy, longsword's really good accuracy, but maybe a bit weaker, and this is opposite. So this does really good hits, and maybe it's just 1 or 2 more, but the accuracy is a bit on the lackluster side, and then you go from there. Do you favour more accuracy, consistent accuracy, or do you favour higher hits and that? You know, a little bit of variety. And also, speaking of the other one that's getting an unusual buff is indeed the mace. Yes, the mace. You know, these things. So pretty much in regards to the maces themselves and that, pretty much they're kind of known as a bit of an oddity with crush weapons and all. The reason for that, I imagine, is largely due to the fact that with regards to RuneScape, yeah, the crush weapons as a whole, as far as I know it anyway, it's pretty much down to their prayer bonus. And I would show you it, but unfortunately that would cause me to de-equip my twisted bow, and I still like holding on to that. So, take up my word for it. If you look up the... what's the best way of me showing this? Hold on. I'll show proof via my fucking statistic, because I actually had a Iron Mace as my first weapon. I'm pretty sure if I look up the statistic, where is it? Actually no, I don't have. Fuck me. Alright, you know what, let's just get to, I'll show off if I can find it here. Very first statistic screenshot. Yeah, okay. We'll work with this then. Alright. Here's an unedited one right here. So, you're probably thinking, okay, it's a bit smaller. Can I have it zoom in? Alright, certainly. Alright. I'll need to probably zoom this up as well. So, essentially what you see here, if I can get a proper zoom, also, yeah, thank you. Right, so what you're seeing here, that's the wrong fucking screenshot, you tit. Fuck, there we go. Right, so you see here, okay, crappy weapons, and basically, yeah, that is indeed me on my very first day in Old School Runescape, now that you know. Yeah, that is indeed, and also, yeah, that West server. Yeah, Blue Sphere, very first video, 24 fucking hour marathon. I've still yet completed, the most I've done is about 13, 14 hours, and fuck me, it's long. Long, is what I'll say, but yeah, so anyway, okay, I'll just zoom that down a bit here. Right. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, there we go. So, essentially, yeah, it looks like all crappy stats and all that, and then you get to, where's the one prayer coming from? It's the mace. Now, I'm fairly sure in regards to mace, it doesn't matter if it's bronze or rune, it's still one prayer, so it's pretty much minimal, and that you're not really going to get much out of it. So, it's kind of like, it's just a little tiny board. It's like, you know, where do you even go with it? And it's just like, I don't know. But they apparently want to increase it so its DPS is also at 4, and just, yeah, see where it goes from there and that pretty much. But yeah, it should be intriguing with that. So alongside Spirits and Houses getting the 4 ticks, so now they're competitive. I think they'll be the stab equivalents. Unfortunately, it doesn't include longswords, and I wish it did, because that means free play is kind of fucked, and now there's no stab equivalent for it. So unless it do a slight buff to longsword, so it's like kind of good but not super good, and that it'll just be as a stab, like a niche one, then who knows. But right, next is the leather armour, and you'll probably know what I'm referring to here, starting with indeed the chain. Where is it being typed? You tit. Yeah, I keep forgetting, yeah, type on different ones and that. Oh boy. Right. Chain. So yeah, these ones, and also including the guild chain body, that, nah, if I want to play body, what the fuck would I need chain body for? But yeah, these are lovely items, and yeah, so in regards to these items and that, yeah, pretty much they've always been seen as leather, and I guess kind of in a way, like, you gotta understand, a lot of the weapons that are being buffed here, you know, like Scimitar, I believe, okay, maybe not so much Scimitar, but Armour definitely, like, plate body, the plate body requires 5, and the chainmail only requires 3, full helm requires 2, the mid helm requires 1, and I think the kite shoe requires 3 and the square shoe requires 2, but I'm not certain about that one. But basically, they're all leather, they don't take as much power, so now it's just like, okay, this should be as strong. What Jagex want to propose here is that they make them good in niche situations. So, for example, the chain body will have, I think it will be better crush armour, well, by so much, but it has worse stab and slash, you know, which the plate body excels at. So that'll be an intriguing one, and that, you know, it still makes it niche, but then it'll say, okay, use crush because that's the most effective one, and then chain body undoes that, you know, because that's what's strong against, and that shall be intriguing indeed. Right. That was his first one. Also, I'll say the second one here. Mid hell. Fuck. If I can spell it correctly. Typing these being a bit of a pain in more recent times, but oh well. I suppose you gotta try it now. Fuck me. Right. So, as far as this goes, yeah, pretty much they're gonna get a, what is it? A range kind of, not range bonus, rather that nerf, because I think full helms have a much worse range attack, whereas mid helms still had that, but slightly worse. they're now proposing get rid of the range attack. I think it reduced magic attack, but I'm not sure about that. And also, I can't remember the mage defense. I think they were supposed slightly buffing defense and that in certain ways. And that, but I think it was mainly so you could use other weapons like less defense, but you could attack, you know, using range and that without the penalties. So it makes it so it's more unique in that sense, you know, for PK and the likes, and not so much for PvN because it never gets that complicated, you know. But I suppose you never know, really. But yeah, that's the second one there, and the third and final, if I can find it, yeah, is the square shield. Or no, use SQ for short. Yeah. So yeah, all these different SQ shields here and that, pretty much they've just had worse stats all around and that. Whereas I think I can't remember what they were proposing to make it better than the kite shield in. I want to say it was like reduced weight and that or something. You know, alongside. You know, I don't know which style it was and that. I want to say it's slash, but I could be wrong. And that it just seems like, how can you make a square shield better than a kite shield? Doesn't seem like it. But I think reducing the weight requirements so that it takes way less weight and that. So that'll be interesting, but I don't know if that'll really boost it as much in that. But I suppose how else can you really boost it, you know? Right, covers that bit. And yeah, so this is the part I can't really talk about because all these are members items. So yeah, hee-haw, I shall be just kind of showing off with this. So pretty much, yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, as far as the high tier items that are being re-leveled are concerned, yeah, it's the Grazi Rapier, which they're concerned getting to 80 attacks, so it's 75. Sanguistine Staff, or as it's actually called, Sanguinesti Staff. Yeah, apparently I've been pronouncing it wrong the entire time. Sanguinesti Staff. Being boosted from 75 mage to 82, 7 levels. The Scythe of Viter, which is considered being boosted by a whole fucking 10 levels from 75 to 85 attack. You know, it's still pish. Nah. I don't like it because the whole Blood Rune thing is just too expensive to use, so fuck that. Oh yeah, the Fabled Twisted Boar, I'll get on this in a fucking minute. Yeah, going from 75 to reach to 85. Yes, 85 for this beauty right here. Oh boy, I have a word to say about that, but maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but regardless. Yes, so others, I think the Code I also got something like about 3 levels, and the Nightmare Staff were or getting up to 82 or something like that. I forget, there's a few others, but I didn't know all of them. They also want to know, this is the one that's really caused a shitstorm, yeah, nerfing meta items. Yeah, you know the classic Toxic Blowpipe, the classic item when it comes to finally getting you into boss fighting, and that makes it accessible, not too powerful-ish, but Jagex disagrees with that. They say, oh no, for a 5 million it's way too, like, does better than your 20, 30 million, and I agree with even that 80, 100 mils, like, I agree with that. The only problem is, you should probably set a time when, like with the front race rate, just basically make that less of Venom, and then you have the nerfs, and there you go. It's like you have a lesser version of it with the toxic, or you have a stronger version without the Venom. And say I don't know how they'll balance that, because there might be someone else that'll be even more expensive, but there you go. You balance it that way. Apparently they just want to nerf it until they might consider replacing it, and that's very troubling with not just the Toxic Blowpipe. Yeah, the Neitiznot Faceguard, what the fuck were they thinking? Yeah, that fancy I was concerned getting for the looks, but of course it doesn't really matter now. But yeah, they're considering getting that all sorted out. And pretty much in regards to it, yeah, just what the fuck was Jagex thinking? And you know, just what the fuck? Oh, Jagex. Yeah, a lot of people are getting quite angry at Jagex, just saying like, you know, what are you even doing? And unfortunately, Yuza is one of the leaders in this regard. It's just pretty much, yeah, he's holding the ground, as it were, and that, trying to quell the rabble protesters and that, you know, against their silly calls and whatnot, you know. Yeah, ignoring that noise that is, I dare say the working class, but that gets in a whole situation entirely for politics, but I'll save that for probably a video that will never really come out, but hey ho. Anyway, in regards to that, yeah, pretty much with that, they actually, to be fair, they did undo the nerf. It was 1 strength, but that was enough to kind of cause you to lose on max center rigging 2 in certain cases. So understandable that 1 slight strength would be for some cause of concern. And yeah, so alright, here's the one that kind of gets me in a bit of a jammy situation here. So the twisted bow is being nerfed slightly. Yeah, you know how it's got that prayer bonus in that? Also, it shows fuck all stats here. Yeah, the prayer bonus, no more. That 4 fancy prayer bows, gone. And they're saying, oh, we feel it's too powerful, but we are okay with it, but we still want to nerf it. So, just to be alright, not piss off the high level players too much, we'll nerf it down to, like, say, 0 prayer. And after that, then it should be all good. And then it should be all good. And I'm actually just going to do a quick check here. What I'll do here, yeah, I want to look up something in regards to the Google. If you'll give me a second, I'll look this up. Because I'm just curious. Also, this is going to take me more than the 1 video, so unfortunately I'll have to express over 2 parts, like with the first one, but there you go with that. So, let's see, not Elasian Tet, though that has been going up as well, because of Souls War, and recently it's kind of came down in that, because, yeah, Soul War's nerfed, so they can't really use it as much. No, it's not. I'll show off here, actually, just, no, piss off you. Yeah, so actually not really, it seems to be stabilised, and now, like, yeah, like, I'll show you here, right? You'll see what caused it. It was just kind of middling around 1.0 billion, 1.10, 1.11 billion, and then within the past week and that, it was shooting up. And then it's like, so it's not really increased that much. It's not like it's always going to be 1.2 billion, finally breaking that barrier. And as you see here, that was when it was just close to doing it, but nah, didn't work out. So yeah, that kind of happened, but yeah, so, alright, also, choops, fucking hell. This sadness, eh? This sadness. Also, that bot's still dancing like a tit. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so pretty much I shall be resuming very shortly because I have a lot more to say in regards to this. So, and also I'll reposition my camera. There we go. If you shall excuse me shortly. And back again. So, alright, anyway, in regards to where to go from here. Yes, where to go indeed. Oh boy. Right. I'm also just thinking, shall I get lucky? No, I shall not. Oh well. It was sort of a shot, let's be fair. But right. Anyway, in regards to that, yeah, so pretty much as far as the rest of the items are concerned, yeah, I mean, as I say, the Twisted Bow is one thing, but, you know, we'll live on that. It's unfortunate, but at least the raw damage will still be hard hitting as ever. And that, and well, you take what you get, I suppose, eh? Indeed, you take what you can get. And that, but, righty-ho, okay, so this one, oh boy, this is, I'll admit, Jagex, with regards to the Blessed Dragonhide, what the fuck are you doing? You know, I have to imagine this is intentional. I have to imagine. And the reason why is that the Dragonhides as a whole are getting nerfed. Yes, nerfed indeed. Oh boy. In regards to that, just what the fuck? You know, you understand, with regards to Black Dragonhide, it's an iconic item, and that alongside all the other Dragonhide items, just like, why would you nerf an iconic? And I think you know what the reason why is that probably when the government was balancing way back when, they thought to themselves, okay, we'll make it kind of reasonably tough, you know, get semi-crafting, because at that point, semi-crafting was probably a high skill, and that, but then years and years and years down the road, we're here at a point where it's, at semi-crafting, not that hard to get, it's fairly cheap, Grants just makes it even easier, and then you have an item for just a low price of, I think, roughly 15k, you have armour that matches the, actually in some cases exceeds the rune equivalent, so level 40 melee armour, that costs about, if you include the body, the legs, I don't know about the gloves, so we'll just say roughly call the helm. That would be 75, about 95k for Rune. And Mage is getting even worse. And the equivalent that would be something like Mystic or something, that would be level 60 or so. Yeah, that would be 75, 50, and well, I think 10, so that would be 135k for equivalent Mage. Well, Rage gets off cheap, you just get 15k, and it's like, there you go, you've got pretty good armour, and you're risking fuck all, and you can also get in, you know, other armour as well, and it's just like, what the fuck even? Oh boy, what even? But, yeah, that's causing a bit of a problem, because initially I was like, okay, we'll just be nerfing some of the items, just some. And now it's like, oh no, we're nerfing all of it, green, blue, red, black, and blessed. And now people are just like, what the fuck are you doing? Leave the blessed one. Like, the cost for that is way higher. Like, if you talk about the body, legs, and the helm alone, not the helm, no, the van braces for that alone, you're talking about somewhere around, I want to say something, it depends on, I think the cheapest would be probably about 600k, but others would be like, I think Armour would probably cost close to like 900k. It's not cheap, and that, so it's like, leave that alone, include the prayer bonus. And that's a fucking idea I had for years back. I said, it feels strange that, like, it's all, you should definitely get Blackhide should be nerfed as it is. Red Dragonhide kind of nerfed, like halfway there, and then blue gets a slight nerf. So it's not like just barely a difference. And then green gets left alone so it doesn't fuck with the free to play meta. And then there you go. Balance. And then leave the Blessed Dragonhide as is as well. And you have a more expensive option, so gaps between Black Dragonhide and Armado. Or Carol, I should say. And there you go. All done. But no, Jagex is yet to revert this one, so I don't know. And they say, oh no, like, I bet you the watch to reverse it. And they'll say, okay, now it's good. And then that's how we'll get that support. It's like, do the ridiculous stuff, and then slowly undo one by one till you get what you want. And I guarantee you this is the door and face strategy that they're going to probably pull off on that. I guarantee it, you know. And it's just like, you know, where the fuck do you even go? Where, you know, it's just, oh well. But regardless of that, yeah, so, oh, this is the one big one. Yeah, Dinh's Bulwark, yeah, Pk'ers Bane as far as trying to kill, you know, their prey and that, because the shield's actually been quite good. And now if you equip yourself with Dragonhide, plus Dinh bounce, and maybe another defensive item or two, you are fucking invulnerable for the most part. As long as you're not, if you're in Bowie, it depends on that. If you're getting punked by, like, you know, a few people, you might last for a little while. If it's a dozen more, or if it's like full on max Hestro guys, you're not going to stand too much of a chance. But at least you can survive better if you hadn't had it, you know. Then I want to nerf that item again to now having 25 negative mage defense, the highest negative, you know, bonus to any shield at all, alongside, you know, actually decreasing the melee defense, which is like fucking hilarious. You know, it's just like, yeah, Jagex is tone deaf when it comes to trying to, like, you know, bear in mind, this is not like saying, okay, I'll sure, I'll just this will fit well, whatever. That would be a good point, except it includes PvM as well, and that fucks with my strategy of using the shield as a way of, you know, like, this so not just like affect Gibraltar's it, so because like, okay, mage defense, protect mage anyway, but the melee is worse. No, this also affects Granor, and it's just like, yeah, good fucking luck. You know, you get hit constantly in mage, and it's just like, nah. It's not fun for anybody, unfortunately, and it's just like, nah. Not a big fan of that. So, there's a lot of pushback going on. I feel like they're trying to start say, oh, here's the beta now, finally, like, Steam now being released in that. I bet it will work to some degree, but yeah, people are concerned about the direction Jagex taking it. Especially, it's also interesting if you consider, and this is now getting me to the next one here, yeah. This is to, and quote unquote, make room for future content. The promise, they said that back in 2016 when they did the first nerf, and then they never proceeded to. I think the one time they were going to do it was one of the rooms, and I think this was the maiden room, that there was going to be a use for the shield to tank. They scrapped that, and ever since, tank's really just for like outs and all that. And well, wildy trips to the Chaos Altar for prayer XP, and now that's getting nerfed, so I think less people are going to be risking it now, so yeah, have fun with that. Oh, don't we? But so yeah, fun stuff with that. But what makes this extremely concerning, this is about roughly the same time as this new investor group, private equity group known as Carlyle Group, and they purchased a majority stake in Jagex. They basically bought from Fukong, who had to smuggle the property out of China. Yeah, I imagine Chinese government's not too happy about that. Their prized RuneScape property. I mean, I'm not even going to joke around it. RuneScape is just but a tiny drop in the ocean for them. You know, they'll still be annoyed, but they're not going to like, you know, fucking suing or, you know, what's the economic term? I should know this, but how can I not remember the fuck? There's an economic kind of barring trade, and there's a term for it. Any economist here, financial accountant, you'll know what it's about. Basically, they bar any kind of trade from a country because of things they don't like. RuneScape is not going to cause that. You know, they'll just be like having some words with whatever people they can get hold of, and it'll be friendly discussion, I'm sure. As is per the Chinese Communist Party rules, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, now it's been traded over to America, so now it's no longer out of the greasy hands of, and also blood-stained hands of, the Chinese government and all, or Fukong for that matter. And now they've got their own share. Yeah, pretty much into this Carlyle group. The problem is they've got their own dirty laundry as well, and that with regards to the United States military, as well as some notorious war profiteering connections. Yes, profiting from wars and all that, you know. I dare say if America gets a war of its own, and they'll be right up at the forefront and not getting money from that. Yeah, no, but I suppose with it concerns foreigners and that, then it doesn't really make the same impact, so hey ho, hey ho. Anyway, so in regards to that, yeah, pretty much there's been huge concerns in terms of what they're going to do. They're going to have the same approach, so it's going to be like, you know, hammering the microtransactions RuneScape 3 whilst being a more laid back approach with Old School Runescape, which Fukong, for their credit, also, they did try it once. Once they tried it. And it was more a case of, they just try and that, you know. They just tried an easy on approach with partnerships and that, so not full on microtransactions. Yeah, everyone meant that fiasco from 2019, I think, was it early 2020? I can't even remember. Yeah, and the RuneScape community, Old School RuneScape, fucking hated that. So yeah, what Sweden then is, strangely worded, very salty, you know, like, yeah, we were disappointed, you know, with the community, very disappointed, and strongly worded in some cases as well. It's like, yeah, I think more Sweden. What I said, not the gun. What's the gun thing? Chekhov's gun to his head kind of thing. You know, that's probably not the right fucking trope for it, but oh well. Yeah, pretty much in regards to that, gun to his head and that. Yeah, it's a. We would like you to say this way to communicate this to the player base that we are not pleased with them, and because you know it's like we force it and we make them pissed off, or we don't, but we have to basically suck up our losses and just try and dry our salty tears and all that, and just have their way or something. But alas, Fukong is gone, and now we're in the hands of Carlyle Group. So it's interesting because, as I say, no matter, this is something that has to be reiterated. The investors, if they want to, they can, without any opposition, implement microtransactions. No matter who or what says. It's pretty much, I've seen the comments of the late Donald Trump and that, now he's out of presidency, thank fuck. You know, the whole thing is like, oh, he could take the advice from his advisors. He doesn't have to though. And that, you know, he can have his own bonker kind of approach to things, and more than like he has for better, or for more certainly worse, and that, and just, you know, being a unhinged kind of outsider to the political group and that. Some people like him for that, but most feel, nah. If you wanted an outsider to politics getting in, he was not the man to do the job. But, hey, well, the Capitol Hill raid shall see to the end of his legacy anyway. But anyway, all that aside, yeah, I believe that should probably cover it as far as the update itself goes, and that, yeah, man, you know, half a fucking hour talking about all the updates and that, just, yeah, see with regards to the nerfs and all that, well, I'll say that much and that. Also, just out of curiosity as well, in case you're curious, indeed, I'm currently just chilling here with my out and that Wizard's Tower, which, by the way, what I was going to check here, yes, check the outdoors here. Also, fucking hell, that camera keeps pushing left. Oh, the joys and that, the joys. Anyway, let's go up. So, yep, the event itself has gone. Also, that pumpkin indeed. Yep, no more. It's gone. Shame. And shame. Also, yeah, split bar. Yeah. Also, I was going to say in regards to the recent update. Yeah, I'm surprised I noticed I haven't mentioned here. And no, I don't. Yeah, essentially the Shades and Morns things came out, and this includes not only a new prayer armor, including new shades that are like super high level. Well, no, I say super high level. 140 is not super high level, but I guess for mid-level players it might be a bit daunting. And that, but yeah, essentially Splitbark's getting its own update now with 2 new versions. I think it's a Bloodbark, as well as was it Soulbark? I don't know. Basically something to do with nature is, but it increases the whole kind of binding spells here. You'll see, yeah, increases it by like 50% or something. So yeah, indeed, they'll now last a maximum of 22.5 seconds, which is interesting. I mean, it's not, that's the only thing. It's not like high level wizard gear. It's like best mid tier wizard gear, which I might get for myself and that. But yeah, people aren't amused that it's not got this iconic look and that. Yeah, it looks a bit odd, but it has its own kind of iconic look, and apparently Jagex just said, nope, we'll have our new look, courtesy of MMORPG and her vision for RuneScape, which doesn't align with everybody's tastes for it, you know. Yeah, RuneScape has a particular aesthetic to it, and, well, this ain't gonna be it, so, yeah, cheerio from Seth. Right, so, now back to that. Also, I didn't... Oh, fuck it. Not that really matters. Yeah, so pretty much with regards to this. Also, yeah, see with that. Yeah, I had a feeling she was following me with that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, see with that, eh? Oh, fuck. Cheerio. Also, fuck, I can't emote. Fuck off. Right. You know what? Fuck it. 1 mil. Fuck off. Okay, yeah. Well, I suppose we might as well just return to this world now, why don't we? Get a bit away from the action, just fuck me. Yeah, this is now getting with this, I think the free-to-play PvP worlds, they'll be getting a big boost in that, because now finally there'll be some diversity, and that'll be interesting. And yeah, so there shall be some fun to be had with that. But yeah, I suppose to finish up, in regards to news, yeah, as far as, yeah, Mod Tyrant, I believe last time I spoke of him and that he was indeed roasted. Very much so in regards to trying to taunt somebody, like say, oh, this is your clearly real world trade bot account and that. And it turns out, no, he's basically being a fucking jackass about it, yeah, and yeah, burned he was. Now he's actually trying to take it seriously by actually getting around alongside more twisted to banning gold farmers. Apparently a couple of days ago, and this has actually been quite recent news, is yeah, the top 535 out of 550 gold farmers at Zalcano are banned, and now with pushes towards banning them at Chambers of Exeric, Tier Blood, and also Nightmare. I think Nightmare's the one that's really hitting hard, because that's the one, like, a lot of people complain that the Nightmare items are going down, and it's not because of leagues, it's just generally there's a lot of gold farming going on, and yeah, you would think so, like, you know, oh, well, there's a problem with, well, you're not guaranteed, and that, but I guess I just took the chance. It's like, well, there's no more Revenant Caves, and it's just, well, yeah, you just take your luck and that, you know, and if you get lucky, you know, get like multiple like orbs or Inquisitor pieces, well, you're making a lot of money with that, eh? But as I say, you know, I've yet to beat that boss once myself, so I shall need to look into that, and hopefully, I can actually get somewhere with it, you know, just, yeah. Also, oh yeah, one last thing, yeah. Vista's I screwed that one. Vista's longsword barely fails, and this time it can't be put down to PvP, no, PvMers, Spite Boy, because this was a PvP only. And this was the interesting part, because essentially did it direct to I think it was PvP and Last Man Standing, I want to say. Like, we got a bunch of kills in that time, shortly before they started, so this was kind of even before they started talking about it. You know, they pretty much got around to, just finally getting around to actually, actually getting around to talking about it, and now it's like, they made the first PvP only poll, also a few iron ones and that, or ultimate irons anyway, it still barely failed, about 76.46%. Yeah, Jagex is fucking desperate. And even now they're actually still saying, oh no, we'll just repull it again, we'll change some things and we'll try again. And like, they're fucking desperate. Like, what is with it? Just, if you have a love for the items and that, just put in all of them. Like, the Statius Warhammer, the Torrigan's Javelins, and that fucking staff, Zoriel staff. Just put all of them in. And that, at least that way you'll get variety, but don't fucking try faff about. Like, say, what is it with Vesta? Is it something to do with Tor Vesta? Is that it? Because it seems a really odd point to kind of focus on. But I mean, who the fuck knows what the mindset of Jagex developers are like? As I say, there's a word to be said in regards to, like, a lot of failing games are like, oh, it's a fucking management, upper management. That is true to a degree. Actually, I'd say most cases it is. But there is something to be said about the developers as well. Like, regular developers can still fuck up. When you have a previous project, like Bethesda, BioWare, and all the others famed studios before, be mindful that this is the developers of back then, and that they're not the developers of now. 10, 15 years, a lot can change. That talent that was there, gone. In comes new people who are not as experienced, might not even be good, but still under the same branch. Think, oh, it'll be amazing, because, pretty much, you have this ideal vision of, like, it's still the same people working there, but no, it's not. Like, and not to get it wrong, like, there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, maybe they can bring something new, if they're good. If they're not, good fucking luck. And that, I wish I'd seen that come with CD Projekt Red, but the problem is with their game Cyberpunk 2077, it was that pretty much they were squeaky clean. I think they learned from others, like, they kept their fucking lips sealed tight and that, with others, word started getting out a few months before and that, and then that set alarm bells. It's just unfortunate that this game I was really interested in. Others, like, Anthem, Bio, like, Mass Effect, Andromeda, No Man's Sky, half intriguing, but I decided to go for it, and then it turned out to be a disaster, but then turned out to be good. I'm still not really interested in all these years later, so, And then Fallout 76, fuck no, I could actually see it being a disaster, and, that was the one time I was actually writing that, just not even bothering with it, though I would have under normal circumstances. But yeah, so just with that stuff, and it's just, where the fuck do you even go from there? So yeah, with all that, it's just, who the fuck knows where Jack's going to go for it. One last thing I'll mention, just before I sign off for this video, also, fuck off, Vegas boat, cheerio. Yeah, so in regards to that, I think with Jagex and like, obviously, I'm glad with their approach with regards to third-party merchandise. If you recall, Crumb and I'm sure for that Warcraft figure and that earlier, and back at the end of the last video, and I believe me, despite the chipped toe, and still a bit annoyed with myself for that one. Despite that, it's still very much good quality, and I mean, you see all those screws. I mean, fuck, at least say this, even with Block being as much of a cunt as he is, he gives us due respects to Crumb now as King Black Drink figurine, which I was half tempted to go for myself, but I thought, one, I've already got a dragon, and two, it's a bit simplistic in terms of designs. Warcraft has a bit more going for it, and that's why also I didn't really go with the Tistock Jagex. It just seems simple, and now Warcraft had a lot more going on with it, and that's what I'm looking forward to, like things like the Calico Hydra, Calfight Queen, fucking Zulrah with the new resin. That's the thing. Before I was like a weird kind of like, the most pretty ones, like you could kind of see little lines in that, like, actually I'll show off here on that if I can find it. Yeah, so this, I'm not even going to bother showing the flashlight off. This here, yes, if you're curious, this is not the Calfight Queen, this is the fucking Calfight Guardian. Yeah, Austrian friend, Canibasa, and her boyfriend helped print me of this thing here. In fact, yeah, basically, it's kind of pish. I mean, I wish I could show off the lines, and in fact, so what I'll do, I'll quickly show off and that, just so at least you get an idea of coloured. And yeah, basically, you can see here with the lines and that, also it's not showing up very good, and that, probably because, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of pish. Yeah, the lines and all that, it's just, nah. Not very good quality, but still, I like it because it's the first, but there you go. So, with that said, I hope that was a good video for you, and till then.